one of our new competitors, the 204 of Lee Wombolt, that's a Honda Challenge car, actually, and this is how Ronnie Vidoc got into GLTC. Was he brought his Honda Challenge car here last year and ran one event and put GLTC decals on it and came back as running a full season effort with us, hoping Lee has the same experience this weekend. Great looking Integra as he heads to the uphill now. I'd expect him to be performing at a very high level as well. Look at the climb, the elevation. You hit that jump and you come over the top and the car gets light. And while these GLTC cars might not actually get airborne, you certainly feel the car get light, and especially in the front wheel drive cars, you'll hear the revs climb as they come over that hill because the front tires almost come up off the ground. So the wheels will spin a little bit and then you kind of come back down and land on all four tires to continue the last two turns.
Absolutely. It's with the uphill and the downhill here, with especially at the speeds that we're carrying, by taking the fastest configuration, it is absolutely awesome.
And Lee works his way through turns 1 and 2 right now, and making his way around into the left-hander, which is turn number 3 here at Lime Rock Park. And now into the right-hander and leading onto the newly named Paul Newman straight. So the front straight is the Sam Posey straight. The back straight is what was called a no-name straight for many years, and last year they christened it with the Paul Newman name. Of course, both Sam Posey and Paul Newman, legendary names here at Lime Rock in their own right. Newman mostly as a driver, Posey mostly as an announcer and journalist. Big slide for Wombolt through West Bend. He's hustling that Integra right now, trying to get as much speed as he can out of it. But he was definitely hanging the tail out the rear there.
He did a nice four-wheel drift on the last lap, and so everything is now just a little bit hotter, and so he is pushing.
Yeah, down into turn 1. There's just been dirt on track too, and that's why it didn't happen the second time around. There's Leland Wombolt in his first ever GLTC race. What an experience he's getting right now. Gary Wimble following, and Sam Scott in the yellow Miata at the bottom of the shop. Eric Jensen, I think, is in that mix as well. Yep, that's for 13th place. Ben Thorne just lost the spot to Wombolt this time around.
You're like, dude, if you make one mistake, like, they'll exploit it. And I, like, blew the brake zone into turn 1 a little bit. That Integra was like, okay.
A great little battle here. Gary Wimble in the midst of it as well. I think Paul's got some more pace in here.
And, okay, that's Jensen.
Right, yeah. Jensen slots in behind Zach Lavoie. Here's Leland Wombolt still climbing through the field. And making great progress here and learning in a pretty visceral way how GLTC can be sometimes. Aggressive, close combat here at Lime Rock Park.
Yeah. Paul Darling doing the same thing this year as well. Hats off.
Whoa, Leland Wombolt. You see him climb the hill, came over the crest. The front wheels were fighting for traction there. But he's got an LS swap FRS in front of him today. And here comes Hilo Shukla up the inside. Are we 3 wide down there at turn 1? Yo, that's a squeeze. Ooh. And Wombolt backed out. Eric Thompson on the outside of that. Oh, contact. Oh. And Thompson's going to slide. Hans Horpendahl bails out of the way. And everybody checks up. Still 3 wide. Lime Rock Park. Gridlife Circuit Legends back underway. Green flag flies and we're racing in GLTC Race 3B. Leland Wombolt, a big lunge down the inside. Thomas Moss was the pole sitter. He drops to 4th on the run down to turn 1. Lena Chin way up the inside. Wow, that was a big dive.
Wow.
And she'll shuffle her way into 3rd place. Kevin Zhu into 2nd. Sam Scott side by side behind with Thomas Moss, who was the pole sitter, but Lee Wombolt takes the lead away.
Kevin Zhu falling right in line, trying to see if he can find a way past Wombolt. Wombolt super aggressive there off the front start. Got a great jump.
Again, there's no rule about not passing before the start-finish line. When the green flag drops, you can go. So I'm not sure if Thomas was sleeping or couldn't get onto the power or missed a shift or something, but he drops down the order as Wombolt will lead them into West Bend, but Kevin Zhu is all over the back of him. Lena Chin, Sam Scott, with a top 4 just under a blanket heading down the hill through turn 7 for the first time.
This is great.
All sorts of different engine notes, but it's 4 cylinders leading the way right now. Wombolt going to go defensive. Kevin Zhu pulls up alongside. Side by side for the lead. Kevin Zhu's got overlap. Lap 1 complete. Change for the lead. Maybe Zhu late on the brakes. Here comes Lena Chin up the outside looking 3 wide. We're going to do it. 3 wide through turn 1.
Lena Chin backing out.
She's going to have under or overlap here on Kevin Zhu if she can sneak up in the inside of 3. Wombolt played defense, and he did that perfectly. But Kevin Zhu's got drivers right into the right-hander now. Pulls up alongside. Still side by side through turn 4.
Wombolt getting the better exit here onto the Paul Newman straight.
Kevin Zhu lost some ground. Sam Scott pulls up alongside, but nowhere to go, Pete.
Nope.
Lena Chin outside of the uphill. Nowhere for her to grab purchase. But she's fighting for second. Kevin Zhu did not get going. He's trying to fall back into line. But Lena Chin up to 2nd place.
And Lou with struts, so it's a very, very different chance. Although Zeus looks like he might have a run here with some overlap.
Zhu to the inside. Battle for 3rd. Side by side into turn 1. Kevin Zhu muscling his way by Wombolt in the Integra. And he is through. Wombolt trying to keep overlap. Oh, he's dropped a tire.
Ooh.
Kevin's going to leave him overlap here. He's going to leave him space. Sideways. Wombolt's back to the left, but now it's back to the right, and he'll have to concede it here, but he won't. Still side by side onto the Paul Newman straight, and he's got to run, and he's saved it. He's still back in 3rd place. What a pass again.
Drag racing here to the back events, and so it is super awesome to see. And we've got 2 DC Integras out on track now.
These are 2 of our Gridlife Touring Cup competitors. Lee Wombolt in the number 204, the orange and white car, the blue and red DC Sports Integra. Ronnie Vidoc runs in behind him, and the DC2, just the Integra in general. Another Japanese, I guess you could call it a sports car in some ways.
Yep.
Has been a huge part of racing for a long time. I think most prominently in North America by the Real Time Racing Group.
Yes, Peter Cunningham's whole outfit with them just absolutely dominating, and I believe it was Speed Vision at the time, and all these American touring car series where they just came and wiped the floor using those cars, and it is one of those things that helped build, these double wishbone Hondas into the golden age and gold standard that they are.
And these cars built to such a high level to replicate perhaps some of those race cars from the 1990s and early 2000s. Ronnie Vidoc and Lee Wombolt putting on a little bit of a show there, and they'll jump up the order to 3rd and 4th on our Circuit Legends leaderboard. What a show.
And screwing around, turning 105s.